We've really brought attention to how dysfunctional our banking system is in 2025, And the Trump administration is where it all began. Eric Trump issued a quite stern warning back in April. He warned that banks might go extinct in 10 years if they don't pay attention to what's ahead. According to him, our current financial structure is simply flawed. It's far too costly and too sluggish. He has been a strong advocate for digital currencies, and Trump shares his views. Most likely, you are aware of the recent brilliant deed that Trump supported. In essence, he is arguing that cryptocurrency is the solution to the problems with our current system. Indeed, he wholeheartedly supports stablecoins and cryptocurrency as the solution to our financial crisis. The fact that we are truly living through the early stages of cryptocurrency's mainstreaming is rather amazing. It seems likely that this tendency will continue for many years to come. To be honest, it all boils down to starting with stable currency. Here's the thing. Lately, I've been completely engrossed with the steady coin market and totally tuned in, It's very amazing to see what has transpired since the start of the new year. We were looking at a stable coin market cap of $174 billion, same like in November. We've surpassed $261 billion today. We were hovering between $205 billion on January 2. Stablecoins are practically soaring to the moon right now as we enter this crazy phase of exponential growth. The bit that truly bothers me, though, is this. Just the last 7 days have seen a surge of $2.72 billion, 7 days. When you truly think about it, that is completely insane. Oh, another thing that will blow your head is this. Let's discuss the inflows of US. It's very crazy when you look closely at what has been going on since the beginning of the year. Take a look at this. On certain days, more than $2 billion is flowing into the stable coin market in a single day. That's a lot of money flowing quickly. It may not instantly catch your attention when you consider the larger picture of consistent coin market cap rise since January. But here's the point. In just 7 months, we might see growth of about $60 billion. Take a moment to consider that. We will surpass the $1 trillion threshold much more quickly than anyone anticipated. If stable currencies continue to drive this momentum, everything suddenly makes sense when you look closely at the network statistics. 6. Stablecoin numbers are going completely crazy in 2025, according to The Economy. In the greatest possible way, bonkers. Take a look at these crazy figures. Ethereum is currently worth $3.02 trillion. Tron is keeping steady at $1.93 trillion, but Base is dominating it at $4 trillion. The fact that even Optimism was able to raise $300 billion is simply astounding. And this is what I truly want you to comprehend. This is what is truly telling us something significant. Across all of these chains, the network effects of stablecoins are becoming quite bullish. Consider it this way. There is a significant demand for the gas tokens underlying as a result of every stable currency transaction and all that money circulating around these networks. Ethereum has recently been on this run for just that reason. Stablecoins are directly responsible for a significant portion of Ethereum's recent surge, which isn't purely coincidental, to be honest. Tokenization is also a major factor in this whole situation. So it's not simply stable currencies. Ethereum is currently essentially in control of each of these marketplaces. There is no doubt about that. The most absurd thing, though, is that we have finally reached a tipping point where the mainstream media is beginning to report on what is happening. You see, I'm really heated up over what just happened. Coinbase recently declared that the Genius Act is now a law. They are referring to it as a historic moment for both cryptocurrency and banking system modernization. Furthermore, I sincerely hope that everyone understands how significant this is. This is the first federal cryptocurrency measure to be signed into law, and it looks like there will be more soon. Literally, they are stating that this is where the financial revolution begins. And what do you know? They are entirely correct. This is what I find crazy. For more than 5 years, those of us who follow XRP have been hammering this drum. Until we probably sounded like a broken record, we repeatedly stated that the financial system is completely broken. But you know what? We now have the solution, and it wasn't a cryptocurrency influencer or YouTuber. It's being made official by the U.S. government itself. That ought to serve as a stark reminder of our future course. But wait, there's still more. Shares ended up more than 2% thanks to the brilliant move that gives the market greater information. Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong and our own Emily Wilkins are joining us from the White House. Take it away, Emily. Morgan, thank you very much. I really appreciate you being here, Brian. Naturally, the president gave you that shout-out. Tell me briefly what Coinbase would experience if this stablecoin bill becomes law. Indeed, the passage of this stablecoin measure is truly a financial revolution for the United States. Implies that cryptocurrency may at last begin modernizing the financial system, particularly our payments, which are currently being handled by these antiquated, decades-old methods. In our economy today, any payment can be made quickly, cheaply, and globally, that is, for less than 1 cent anywhere in the world. Thus, this is a significant turning point for cryptocurrency, but the work is far from over. Additionally, we hope to pass the Clarity Market Structure Bill. Along with the rest of the industry, the president stated that he hopes to have that on his desk by September 30th. Additionally, it provides Bitcoin and Ethereum with strong consumer safeguards and oversight. And what do you know? The passage of all these bills and the administration's intense attention on them are exactly what we need to see in order to truly drive the growth we are seeing. With stable coins booming as they are, this is the ideal moment to explore what Ripple has been working on with RLUSD. Paul Barron deserves a lot of credit for deconstructing this. However, in all honesty, RLUSD appears to be a game changer. Get this. It already precisely complies with the standards of the Genius Act. We're discussing everything from periodic audits to complete one-on-one reserve backing. In essence, this puts XRP in a position to serve as the bridge currency for the upcoming, highly regulated digital payments world. This is where things start to get interesting, though. In reality, XRP is burned each time an RLUSD transaction is made on the XRP ledger. As more and more institutions continue to join, it is generating this deflationary pressure. Payments in the future include more than just turning digital. It has to do with having XRP power. You see, I am aware that many people believe the post regarding the burn mechanism was completely insane. They say, oh, there won't be any appreciable XRP burn by this. The effect is far too negligible to be significant. Yes, we could say that at this moment, but take a moment to consider this. A significant amount of XRP might be burned if trillions of dollars are transferred over these networks each quarter. This is precisely the point at which people become mired in the idea that XRP will always have an enormous supply and will never be valuable. However, the problem is that XRP burns more when more value and volume are pushed over the ledger. Over time, the overall supply may actually significantly decline, particularly after widespread usage begins. Everyone kind of loses sight of the wider picture at that point. For the entire space, mass adoption hasn't even truly begun yet. Trillions of dollars haven't even yet been observed moving across these networks. People are going to be astounded by how much XRP is truly burned through this mechanism when that day finally arrives. This is going to be crazy. Speaking of which, I was completely astounded by this amazing post that I saw from Black Swan Capitalist. As soon as I finished reading it, I felt that everyone should hear it since it perfectly captures the current situation.